So usually before bed, because I have such a hard time sleeping, I tend to want to eat something quick, something light, just to get something in my stomach, because that puts me a little bit into a food coma, and that helps me sleep easier. But because of how much work I was dealing with, and also I was dealing with stress at an unprecedented level due to some personal stuff that was going on as well, and without getting too much into detail of it, it was having to do a lot of work, and while at the same time just trying to be respectful with everybody that I met, like in relation to those work tasks. And, you know, make sure that, like, I'm putting a good foot forward, being a good representative of NIJISANJI EN, and everything like that. So, dealing with that, and while having that heavy stuff privately, I think it hit me pretty hard, because, as it turns out, I caught myself waking up screaming twice. So that was rather rough. I'm glad that I didn't get a noise complaint. But it's a thing that I haven't had happen before, at least not that I know of. And I specifically remember one of the nightmares that woke me up screaming. I'm fine, by the way. Like, I'm fine now. I haven't had that happen since. I'm doing much better now. But the actual dream was, man, it was so mean-spirited. My brain really hated me that day. So I was walking around in a big open space, and the best way I can imagine, or that I can describe this, imagine if you're playing Minecraft, right? And you have dug out like a huge space underground, like a big like 100 by 100 by 100 space. And at the very top, and like it just stretches out infinitely in all directions, except one. Like, you're close to a wall, and then there's a long staircase going up, and it was high. Like, it was like maybe 20-25 meters to the ceiling. Just a big, huge, dark, empty space like that. The only source of light was a square hole that was cut down out in the ceiling at one point, and a staircase that was like off to the side. And for whatever reason, I walked towards the beacon of light that was shining down from the ceiling. And there was like a spring, like a big spring, like a big trampoline at the floor there. And for whatever reason, I just thought, okay, I'm gonna step on this. And I stepped on it, and it launched me up through this like big long tunnel, like almost like a chimney, where the light was coming from. And I just kept going up and up and up. And then I eventually, like, exited out of a hole in the floor, and the thing, when I exited and I fall, like, away from the actual tower, in the tower that I got launched out of is the biggest bell I have ever seen in my life. It was the size of a barn. And as soon as I pass it, it starts swinging. And I closed my eyes, covered my ears, but because it was a dream, even though I covered my ears, I heard it crystal clear. It did nothing. And then I woke up screaming. The other time I woke up screaming, I don't remember what I was dreaming. But it happened. If it happened any other times, I don't remember it. But I didn't get any noise complaints, so at least I didn't have to deal with that. That's foul of your brain. Yeah, I was dealing with a lot, but it's better now. I've caught up on a lot of stuff, and I've healed. Not dealing with too much rough stuff at the moment. You must have been so stressed. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I haven't gotten to that point before, but better now. Things are fine. Things are working along, trucking along, floating on, all that good stuff.
やる気が出ない、やる気が出ない、布団から出られない。